Hey, it's Dr. Amanda with Straightsmile Solutions, straightsmilesolutions.com. Another video on reverse curve of Spee wires. I'm not talking about accentuated curve of Spee wires. I'm talking about reverse curve of Spee wires. I'm talking about on the lower arch. I'm going to specifically get into. When do you use them? When do you not use them? And I would love it before you got into this video, which will be a little more advanced, if you would listen to all my other content on RCS wires. And the easiest way to find it is to go to my YouTube channel, go to that little magnifying glass in the top right corner and put in the keyword RCS, e.g., no, RCS, reverse curve Spee. For example, that's the acronym for reverse curve of Spee, RCS. So all my RCS videos will show up. There are probably a bunch of them. You should watch them all. This is a little more advanced. It may recap some of the things, but I consider an RCS wire a cheat wire or a lazy wire, or as we used to say in residency, yeah, no, they didn't like them. I don't think we were allowed to use them because they said that wasn't proper use of leveling a curve of Spee, which I don't disagree with. It is very sloppy, it is very lazy, and it generally causes more problems than it's worth and opens up a whole bunch of can of worms that you're not going to expect, because for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And even though if you're trying to open a deep bite, other weird things are going to happen unless you do things correctly. And here's the one situation where I think it's okay. So obviously I'm hoping that if you're listening to this video, you've taken either my Straightwire course, which is available very, very cheaply, pretty much at cost at straightsmilesolutions.com. It gives you 13 C units. I think it's only $549. I got to raise the price in 2026. It's happening. So if you want to go get it now, because I need to raise it big time. It's way too low. So follow the instructions. Of course, you're going to do your level, your align. You got to fix your transverse. You got to fix your AP. You got to get all the teeth straight. You got to do your repo visit with your pano. You got to do your repos, right? So once you've finished everything properly, and assuming there is a deep bite, I'm hoping you've taken the SAF, you've analyzed what type of deep bite it is, how to fix it, right? Because some deep bites are due to overeruption of the upper incisors. Some deep bites are due to overeruption of the lower incisors. Some deep bites are due to a flat curve of Spee in the back that needs to be uprighted. Some are due to skeletal issues that we can't fix in ortho. So you need to know what the problem is so you know the right way to fix it. A curve of Spee wire is not going to fix all different kinds. It's just going to cause more trouble and big problems if you use it inappropriately or at the right time. So, I mean, sometimes I like a fixed bite plate better. It really works very nicely to level a curve of Spee and to intrude the lower incisors. Uppers, you can use intrusion arches, you can do bias bracketing. I mean, there's so much you can do, right? But anyways, all right. So let's say, for example, you've done everything. Like, bite looks amazing. Overjet's perfect. Teeth are completely straight. You've taken a pano. All the roots are parallel. I'm talking second molar to second molar. Done, done, done. Alignment's perfect. Spacing's closed. Overjet's perfect. The only small issue is that there is a slightly deep overbite due to a curve of Spee on the bottom, okay? And maybe the lower teeth aren't all interdigitating right due to that curve of Spee. This is where the curve of Spee wire would come in, okay? But you need to work your way up first to that 18, 19, 25 NITI. Let that cook for a little while. Make sure everything is done. Then you could either put some anterior bite turbos behind 7 through 10 and start some posterior box elastics. Personally, I think that's better than a curve of Spee wire. Or you could put in the lower curve of Spee wire. Keep in mind, side effects are going to be weird bite in the back if you leave it too long, potato chip, Pringle chip, or throwing the front teeth through the bone. So you better take a SAF and make sure. And one of the things I look at before I do it is I make sure there's no, I mean, this is like a terrible example because obviously they've done none of that here. But I'm just showing you like this case clearly has over-erupted incisors and over-erupted lower incisors, right? And has a major curve of Spee issue. You got to make sure the lower anteriors are not blanching. That is one of the main things I look at before I do a curve of Spee wire, because if they're blanching already before you start it, you will push them through the bone, guaranteed, even in a month. Don't do that, because once you push them out of the bone, you can't unpush them out of the bone. And now you got perio involved. So pick wisely, don't listen to people. And a single day, every day, someone asks me, can I use a curve of Spee wire now? I'm like, no, what are you doing? You insane? So anyways, there's my tips for curve of Spee wires. I hope y'all are having an awesome January. I think this is going to be my first video coming up on Epiphany, January 6th, and I hope you guys enjoy it. hopefully, I remember I take requests. So if you guys ever have any suggestions, something that I'm missing, as long as it's not surgical in nature or too fringy, I'm super open to making a content for you. All right. Thanks so much. Have a blessed day.